Hi. I thought I should wave because I wave to everybody. Like I like saying hello. Okay, so this video is called. Well, it hasn't been named yet because I'm still recording it, but it's gonna be called popcorn and bullies. Now, I have two subjects to talk about today: popcorn and bullies, which makes sense. Um, okay, I'm gonna start off with popcorn because it's first on the list. And it's the shorter one because bullies I'm going to talk about like a lot. And it's not really bullies, like, it's bullying and it's more bullying the fat kid. Because that's what we're learning about. Well, not really learning about the fat kid, but like, I'll get to that. So, popcorn, I know that sounds silly, but I really like popcorn. Like, I don't enjoy eating it. Actually, it has a really gross taste. Unless it's caramel popcorn. I love caramel popcorn. It is so yummy. Most people don't like it. I mean, most people that I've talked to, they're just like, ew. I like it. It's yummy. Got a water bottle. I'm sorry, I'm really thirsty. I'm thirsty all day. That sounds really bad, and I'm not, like, sick or anything. I don't have diabetes. That's not something to laugh about, but, like, my mom always freaks out when I drink too much water, because she's just like, oh, you have diabetes! And I'm like, no, Mom. I'm just really thirsty. But, like, I've been tested and everything, but that's not the point. The point is, shit. Oh, popcorn. I like the smell of it, like the buttery popcorn and shit, and like, I'll eat one or two when I go to the movies. Like, I'm not kidding, like, maximum 5 little popcorn kernel thingies, but like the cooked ones where it's actually popcorn. I'll eat like 5 of them max. When I go to the movies, if I do eat anything, I like eating candy. I love candy. I mean, who doesn't like candy? Like, any type of candy. Like, there has to be at least one kind of candy that anybody likes. Like, if you don't like, let's say you don't like Twizzlers. I don't really like Twizzlers. I'm not a big licorice fan. Like, I do sometimes like Twizzlers. Like, it's in a mood thing. But, like, maybe you don't like Twizzlers. You don't like licorice. You like actual, like, sugar cane. Like, Jolly Ranchers, maybe. Or chocolates. Or caramel. That's it. I don't really know much of candy, but because I like chocolate. But like only certain types of chocolate. Like I don't really like peanut butter, unless it's chunky peanut butter, or it's with chocolate. Like whatever. Anyway, I don't want to like make this long because like I feel really obnoxious when I have long videos because I feel like no one wants to watch them. I mean, no one really wants to watch them anyway, but whatever. But my grandpa was making popcorn, and like it smells obviously. Like it's not a bad smell; it's a good smell. I think it's a good smell. But like I can smell him making popcorn, and I'm like, I want some popcorn. And then I go downstairs and eat one of the thingies, popcorn thingies, and I'm like, I just remembered I don't like popcorn. I like the smell of it. I don't like to eat it. So that's my talk about popcorn. I'm sorry, I'm really thirsty. My throat has felt dry all day. Okay. Also bullies. Okay, bullies. Man, okay. So I'm in this class called peer helping. It's also called Bruin Buddies. I don't know if I'm allowed to like say that, because then you can kind of like, if you know like mascot wise, you would kind of know where I go. But I don't think it matters. Anyway, I don't think I'm gonna get sued, and if I do get sued, I'm sorry. But I mean, it's not like anyone's gonna see this, so. But okay, so we were talking about social cruelty is kind of like the topic of the week. Last week we talked about Katrina. The first 2 weeks of school we talked about Katrina and 9/11. And I left that class wanting to cry every time because it's just so sad. And it's not sympathy, it's empathy. And it's kind of sympathy. It's like, oh, I feel so bad, but it's the whole feeling of I can not relate, but like I feel what you're feeling when you're sad. But, yeah. But now we're talking about bullying, social cruelty in general, but that is kind of bullying. And yesterday, the class before today, so Monday, it was just social cruelty, like the in crowd. Like we watched a video called "Social Cruelty," the in crowd. I think it's Dateline. I don't remember what it was, but it was really sad because adults don't realize that it's going on, and like I don't want to sound like, oh, just another person that like wants to stop bullying, but I do want to stop it because it sucks. Um, but today, I guess it kind of hit home. Like it was really sad, and I felt kind of uncomfortable. We talked about the video we watched, because it's mostly watching videos is what we do in that class, and it's kind of really sad. And we get to watch Mean Girls educationally. I think that's great. But it was talking about how like fat kids get bullied, and I'm not gonna say overweight kids. I'm not gonna say obese kids. Just fat kids. Like I know some people are gonna be like, "Oh my God, how dare she say that?" But I'm not. I'm a big kid, so look, we're big, we're fat. It's life. Yeah. It made me, I didn't get upset, like, I didn't cry or anything. Actually, I was really happy because he gave me my callback, audition packet while we were watching the video, so that kind of cheered me up, because I was really happy because I got a callback. Multiple callbacks, actually. But, it's like, it kept talking about how, like, there's this girl, okay, so in the video, there's this girl, right? And she goes out, she's slender, she's really pretty, she's so perfect. And she wears a fat suit and goes off into the world, into a school in another state where they don't know her, to see how people would react to her, I think she was trying to appear about 200 pounds. And people were cruel. Like, they were cruel. And people, I know people know that people bully, and I know that they bully the fat kid, but nothing ever seems to, like, be done. Like, I know things are done about it, but most of the time it feels like it's done when it's to, like, an extreme extent. But we're not stopping it, like, when it's first starting. And this girl, she felt horrible. She was like, I feel bad for anybody that has to go through this every day. And, and it was sad. Like, for lack of a better word, it was sad. And it, like, this girl, she has very high self-esteem of herself. Like, she's just like, oh, she knows she's a good, she's an attractive person. She knows all that stuff. She's not gonna flaunt it in everybody's face, like, oh, look at me, I'm beautiful. But, like, she's gonna, she knows she's attractive. She knows that she's not, like, hideous. But, like, and it was just 1 or 2 days that I think she was in the fat suit. And in those, and it's just a couple hours, because it's just for school. And people laughed at her, and they made, like, because she was so big, she knocked Trey over. And she walked off, and these guys started laughing at her. And it was mean. Like, she didn't see it, because she had a camera in her backpack, and then one in her glasses, so that, like, they could see what she was seeing, and also they could, like, see behind her. And people were cruel. People were very mean. It shouldn't happen. Like, and I understand that obesity is a big problem, but also, like, we need to be nicer to them, especially when they're kids. That whole, like, high school and middle school is like hell already, especially high school. Like, I know middle school kind of sucks. Elementary school kind of sucks too. Like, if you're like that kid that everyone picks on, it sucks. But, like, I don't know how to, like, when I was in as a kid, like, I was big. I still am. Like, Like, I know I should shed some pounds. I know that. I don't have the best self-image of myself, and a lot of my friends don't either. And I mean, that's not why I'm friends with them, but sometimes I'm able to connect with them because of that. Like, I know that they don't like themselves, like what their bodies look like a lot of the time, and I can connect because I don't either. And I've had problems with it. But like, I was teased sometimes as a kid because I was big and I wasn't attractive. Like, I'm still not that attractive, but let's be real. I used to have like long hair, like down to my boobage, and I had boobs earlier than most girls, which sucked. Um, it just looked weird. I looked different than everybody else, but also I was bigger than everybody else as well, and that sucked because I mean, I liked the kid and he didn't like me back because I was big and not attractive. He didn't like me, and that was a harsh cruelty I went through. And like, there were certain people that wouldn't talk to me. I know that they wouldn't talk to me. And you know, maybe now that they think, oh, I was nice to her, but they weren't. They were harsh people. And the girls I remember in 5th grade through like I was friends with these girls, right? And they were dancers. I think all 3 of them were dancers. I don't dance. But because they were dancers, they had this little body, and I felt so weird. The only thing I had going for me as a kid might have been like I could sing, and I knew I was smart. I was just really lazy, so my smartness never like came through. But I had musical talent, but I still looked unattractive. Um and I mean, my best friend, she is a stick and she eats all day long. I don't know, maybe she doesn't like it, maybe she does. I think she has a great body, and you know, when I go hang out with her, it sucks because she's skinnier, and people do notice. Like, people sometimes they're just, I don't want to say ignorant because I don't think they're ignorant. It's just they don't they just don't see it. Like, they think it's different. Like, maybe jaded, maybe. Like, they think, oh, no one's gonna notice. Nobody cares. People care. Appearance is something that matters to people nowadays. It's not just health, it's appearance. Like, it affects your health being bigger, but also I think kids don't care as much about that when they try to lose weight. I think they care more about like, oh, everyone thinks I'm weird because I'm big, you know? But she's bigger than I am, and I mean, I should, oh, hold on, rewind. I'm bigger than she is, and it sucks because I feel it, and like when I eat in front of her, like it makes me feel comfortable because she can eat everything and just be skinny forever. And if I eat something, I feel like I'm just being fat. Like, oh, I'm such a fatty, why am I eating? And like, if she eats, it's fine, you know? And I feel like I'm not the only kid that thinks that. Like, I feel like bigger kids have a problem with that, and they have a problem, you know, just associating. My boyfriend's really thin. Like, that kid's also a stick. And he has a really nice body. Like, I'm not being creepy or anything, but he has a nice body. He has nice, like, you could, like, muscular, like, you can tell. It's outlined. It's not like, but it's outlined. And, I mean, I don't, like, even with other friends, like, they're like, oh, sit on my lap. I'm like, no, you can sit on mine, because I'll squish you. And I really do believe that. Like, it sucks. Also, parents are, like, they don't realize it, but they're kind of cruel. Like, I noticed that in the video they were talking about how, like, it also hits home sometimes. And some parents, like, they think they're just joking, but they're not just joking. It hurts their kids. Like, they're just like, oh, you shouldn't eat so much, or, you know, you shouldn't, don't, how many slices of cake have you had, you know? And it's just like, they're just gently teasing their kid, but it sticks with their kid. It really does. And if you're a parent, please don't do that. Help your kid out. If you're isolating your child and telling them, and like giving your other kids like spaghetti and pizza, and then your one bigger kid, you're giving them a salad, and making them feel isolated from everybody else, then it's gonna suck for them. Like, it really is gonna suck. And you shouldn't do that. You should, like, not accept them, but help them get better, maybe.